Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we are on a brand new island. We officially finished our 30-day island challenge, and it is finally time to start a new fall island. I'm so excited. Also, my character has no reactions, so just don't mind that she also has a swollen eye and can't really do anything, She's new to this world, don't judge her too hard. But today we're going to be starting a new challenge island, and you're probably thinking to yourself, Kaylee, another challenge? Are you serious right now? You just finished another one. Listen, this is a fun one, I promise. I have posted about this on my community tab and in my Discord, but I wanted to do a little intro to the challenge for you in this video. So let me pop up a picture. We are starting the Friendsgiving challenge, and this is a challenge that everyone is welcome to join in the community. I would love to see everyone participating. That would be amazing. We already have a bunch of content creator friends who I will have linked down below who are also joining in, and I know I have a lot of friends in Discord also participating in the challenge. So if you'd like to join, you can. You don't have to join the Discord or post anywhere, but if you just want to use these prompts for your island, feel free to, but I would love to see your progress. So, for this challenge, it is a 3-month challenge, so a little less stressful than 30 days, and we have 6 build prompts you have to include on your island, and then you have to decorate the interior of your house with one of the 4 options. So, for the island, you have to include a pumpkin patch, a harvest market, an outdoor feast, a harvest parade, a pumpkin contest, and a mush forest. And for the inside of your house, you have to pick one of these, so don't worry about doing all 4, you only have to do one. And your options are a farmhouse, a feast prep, a cozy cottage, or a cider mill. So again, just pick one of those, and then for the exterior of your island, you just have to include those 6 above. And that's pretty much the rules, but I did make a rules picture just to wrap it up, so if you have any questions, basically you just have to include the 6 build prompts on your island, and then design the interior of your house using one of the house prompts, and then everything else is really up to you. You can get your items and your villagers however you want. You can start a new island like I'm doing, or you can use an existing island. I know some people in the community are using their forever islands, so that's totally acceptable as well. This isn't really meant to be like a super hard challenge, just something that we can do as a community and see how different we decorate areas with the same prompts. So super excited for this, and I guess with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into me starting the island. So I'll see you in 1 second. Hello, we have made it to the check-in counter for our new island. I'm pretty sure future Kaylee will go ahead and insert a little clip in the beginning of this video explaining what we're doing today. But we're starting a new island, and I am so excited. I recently just finished my 30-day challenge, and I'm kind of excited to start another island where I can take it a little bit slower. There is still a time crunch, but it's 3 months instead of 1. So I think that will be so much easier. But we're going to create our character, and of course I'm going to go with my name and my birthday, which is August 5th, of course. And then my favorite part of like any game, I think, is creating the character. Although in Animal Crossing, I've like perfected this process. So I always do the same thing: the palest skin, the brown eyes, the kind of sleepy little the brown hair, there we go, the sleepy eyes, the green eyes, the button nose, and the tooth for good luck, of course. If you're not using the tooth, you're missing out on magicness of this game. And since it's fall, I'm going to go with some orange cheekies. I kind of switch between the cheeks, to be honest. But since it's a fall island, we're going orange. And look how cute we look. Also, pretty cute shirt. Like the outfit, not too bad. Not too bad. I will say, I have to get used to seeing my character in the beginning of the game because I don't have my like glasses and my bandage, which I feel like really makes my character look like me. Not like me in real life really, because I don't wear a bandage on my nose, but I do wear glasses in real life. And I'm just so used to seeing my character like that. When they don't have that, they just look naked to me. And I am going to go with a Northern Hemisphere island because I am too lazy to pay attention to what time of year it is. And I know Northern Hemisphere like the back of my hand since I live here. and now the map picking. I do have some requirements. Basically just one requirement. Well, I guess a combination of two into one. And not gonna lie, none of these are the what I'm looking for. I guess there is a second, like, other thing I don't want. I don't want a double south, which, like, would be these two, where both of the river mouths are facing the south of the island. I don't love that, so these two are the only ones I would be really looking at. And they do have a good resident service. No, they have a good airport. I like the airport being more central, but I do want resident services to be off to the side a little bit and a little further back, especially this one. It's like very close, and I plan to do like a little mini villager neighborhood in the front. Spoiler alert for when we decide to decorate on this island. But yeah, neither of these have that, and of course these are double south. So I'm gonna go ahead and just re-roll right now because that's not what I'm looking for. So moving on. Ooh, I see one that I like. So obviously this one is a no-go. This one is also a no because look at resident services. Same with this one, but look at this beauty. Oh my goodness. Look how far back resident. I feel like this is kind of like perfect for what I want to do actually. So the peninsula is rather small, but you know, I feel like I'm okay with that. We did a good job decorating the peninsula on my other island that I just finished, Offlinea. Almost forgot the name of that island for a second. And that had a small peninsula and it wasn't too bad. So, you know, I think I've outgrown my need for a large peninsula. Which fruit did we get? I want oranges or pears. Oh, and it's cherries. Okay. Not the one I wanted, but I wouldn't restart because of that. So that's fine. And we got an orange airport. Oh my gosh. Wait, these starters are the same exact starters that my husband got back in 2020 when we first got this game. He had Renee, the horse, you know, and Axel. Oh my gosh. I also have Axel on my Forever Island right now. And y'all are a bunch of haters. The people that come to my streams with my Forever Island. And you guys hate on little Axel. What did he ever do to you? He's just a really happy guy. What can I say, you know? And then also look at the cute little outfit we got. I feel like a little sailor. But let's see. Okay, so this is the airport. Right. And then let's see how far over the side beach is, because I wanted this to be somewhat of a good, yeah, look at that distance. It's beautiful. Look at this. Yes, I do like this. And then let's see resident services. Yeah, okay, I like that. Because my kind of plan is I'm going to have like a little bit of a entrance with, should I keep that a secret for right now? You know, something here. And then up here, I'm going to have like 2 villagers. And then I kind of want like a diagonal-ish road that leads over to resident services. And I feel like that's perfect. Oh my gosh, did we find our map like super quickly? And we got mums. I feel like I usually get mums, cosmos, and lilies because it is tied to your birthday. If you did not know that. Fun fact, it is. So I always got like the same 3. And also, I did want 3 of the airport colors. I just didn't want blue. My preference would have been green, I think, because green's my favorite color. But you know, orange for fall, very fitting. So I will take it. And actually, I think we're just gonna... Are we taking this map this early? I feel like I never do this. This is unlike us. I'm usually really picky. What is happening? I mean, yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, really. Good airport color. Good map, I suppose. The only thing is the peninsula. But again, I don't think I'm going to be too picky about the peninsula on this island. I think it is right here, though. Yeah. Is this the same? Is this 2 tiles? 1, 2? Yeah. Okay. I think this is a bit smaller than the one I had on Offlinea because this one was 3 tiles, I believe. But this one's only 2. But we could still put a lighthouse right here. That would still fit perfectly right there. Which is like such a basic peninsula thing to do. But it just makes sense. Okay? It just makes sense. It fits. And then, yeah, we did get cherries, which I would have preferred oranges or pears because I do want to do an orange and pear orchard. because I saw Sparksby do that on her fall, like early fall island, and I thought the combo was super cute. So she did inspire this time of year that I'm doing, which is the early fall, where you can see we still have green trees. We have a little bit of a lighter green tree. We have some yellow, like maybe some orange, like soft orange every once in a while, you know. But I really love this time of year, and I did do a like planning stream with some members, and they all picked for early fall. So we're doing early fall. So this is the time of year that we will be having this island. And actually, I think it does fit because I live in Florida and we don't really get like orange trees, you know? Like if anything, they're green and dying, which is kind of this vibe. So I think it's fitting. I think without further ado though, should we just get right into it? I'm kind of excited. Also, I feel like the three of us match. She's wearing blue, he's wearing blue, I'm wearing blue. They're wearing blue. Oh my gosh. We're all blue. Anyways, let's go. I'm just yapping at this point. Look at all of us standing in a little circle. Yes, Renee and Axel are here, and I am here, of course. I don't know why he says of course like that. Why does he say it like that? Like, of course the human's here. Like, I feel a little singled out by that. He didn't say that for anyone else. Our pristine desert. I don't know what if I would call this a pristine island. There's like weeds everywhere. You know, I don't know. I feel like he's hyping up this island a little bit too much, you know? It's very empty. But I am going to grab my tent from Tommy, since he has the little flag. I always go to him because he's adorable. And, I mean, Timmy didn't do anything wrong. I just like the flag, not gonna lie. Ooh, and then we can take a look at the map real quick. Yes, I love this. I also think it's really cool that, like, in the back corner, the, like, cliffs don't meet up. It would have been really cool if that's where the secret beach was, because, like, you wouldn't have to, like, climb over a cliff to get to it. But, you know, not bad. I'm gonna do terraforming anyway, so it doesn't truly matter. If I wanted to, I can make a little passage to the secret beach if I do decide to do that. But this is gonna be my house. This is the spot. I bet you couldn't have guessed where I was gonna put my tent, because this is so original. I never put it on the beach. Who am I? And then let's grab our little friend Axel. I don't know why you guys hate him. Is it because of his mouth? He's just really happy. I love the little yellow tip on his nose and the little like tealish greenish color on his ears and tail. I don't know. I'm keeping him on my forever island, I think, because he fits the theme. My island is blue, green, and yellow on that island, so like he's literally like perfect, and it's kidcore, so no brainer, right? No brainer. Okay, and then I think right here Axel should be able to fit. Perfect. This is the spot. And then we have to find Renee. I do think it's funny that there are two Renees in this game, and they're both sisterly villagers. And they're both kind of purple leaning, right? Because, like, doesn't this Renee have, like, purple hair? Yeah, well, pink, I guess. Yeah, it's more pink, but, like, her clothes are purple, so. Don't even worry about it, girl. I'm gonna find you a spot. I will find it for you. Could you imagine going on vacation for the first time? Or, like, you're moving across the country to, a new life, and you get a tent to put down, and they're like, you can put this anywhere, and then someone comes up and is like, I'll pick a spot for you. I'd be like, absolutely not, you freaking weirdo. I want to pick my own spot. But these villagers are like, sure, yeah, whatever, you know, cool with me. I just met you, but I trust you with literally all of my possessions, since I have nothing as of right now. I have gathered all the supplies that Tom Nook asked us for, so let's go ahead and give that to him. I also did grab the cherries already because work harder, not smarter, ladies and germs, you know? Ladies and germs, I'm so sorry. I've heard someone else say that, thought it was funny. It's not as funny as when I say it, though, to be honest. So you know what, I'm just gonna call you friends. Yep, my friends. And here are your cherries, my guy. This is the time that everyone's been waiting for. What are we naming the island? Dun dun dun. So, like I said, I did do a little bit of planning on a member-only stream one day, and we picked a name. We were between two, and we settled on one. But I also made a whole mood board for the island, so I will pop that on the screen when we go to name the island as well, so you can kind of see the vibes that we're going for. And I do have a villager lineup, you know. There's only one possible change, and I might change Pudge for Tabby because I love Tabby. Again, not a lot of love for Tabby. But this is part of our Friendsgiving challenge, which is, you know, basically Thanksgiving themed. And the word that came to my mind with Thanksgiving was harvest. So we're naming the island Harvest, which I think is absolutely adorable. The other name we were thinking of was Cranberry, because like, I don't know, cranberries, you know, you have like cranberry sauce at Thanksgiving. I thought it was cute. I like one word names, you know, so cranberry's one word. But we were gonna do that name if we picked the like redder version of fall. Like I said, we're doing early fall, so not really any like the red maple trees. So I felt like Harvest was a better fit, and everyone agreed with me. So we went with Harvest, which I think is so adorable. I don't know, I just love it. And of course, I'm resident rep, you know, repping it out. I did get the leadership award in nursing school when we graduated, so I was the youngest in the class and apparently the bossiest. That's what my mom said. She said I just boss everyone around, which, you know, might be true. So maybe I am a perfect fit for a resident rep because I'm a little bossy. Anyways, here's the Harvest! Our new island! This scene in the beginning is just like the most adorable thing ever. Wouldn't it be so cute if every night on the island we just had like a little party by the plaza? Oh, that would have been so cute. And maybe like different villagers would show up, or like different NPCs, you know, if you had like a peddler that day, they'd be hanging out, you know. Why didn't they do that? That would have been so cute. Oh my gosh, look at the moon over there. Also, look at him rocking out on his tambourine. Yeah. Little girl, her legs are very short compared to her body. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna grab my stuff from Tom. Let me not analyze the stature of my villagers. Their build, if I will. Also, look at Timmy over there rocking out. Yes. I wonder what song's playing, actually. I don't think I've ever checked that. I also always, play on mute, so, you know, I don't really pay attention to music. Does it not tell me the song? Tell me the song. What is it? Oh, is this still the, like, normal, like, music in the beginning of the game, actually? I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. Let's go. Let's go to our tent real quick. Our lovely humble... Also, like, again, see, look, they have round houses. How come I'm the only one that gets a pointy house? Is this like a species thing? Like, animals get the round houses and the human gets the pointy house. Like, what are they trying to say? Like, I feel like they have more headroom. No, because it's rounded, there's like more space at the top. I just feel singled out on this island a little bit, actually. I am going to keep my items in the boxes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But as part of the challenge, I do have to decorate the interior of my house. And I don't know which prompt I'm going to pick yet because there are 4 prompts. And I feel like I could use the boxes for a couple of them. So I'm not going to move that yet. But I am going to put my camping cot down, which is blue. Didn't we just say I was wearing blue? The villagers are wearing blue. They're all wearing blue. This is a blue island. That's crazy. Okay, let's go to sleep. I will see you again once Tom Nook is done yapping my ear off in the morning. We did it! We started a new island. And now it is time for real life timing in the game. But we did it! So now starts the grind for 5,000 miles, which I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I have down to a science. I've perfected this process. I perfected it. So right out the gate, we get a fancy 500 for just moving to the island, you know? I'll take it. It's free. And then let's go ahead and change a custom design. Maybe, if I can get through the tutorial. Change design. And also, I don't even have to do anything. I just have to save it. And for some reason, that counts. Don't know how, don't know why, but, you know, kind of thankful I don't have to do anything. And then our passport. If you guys have seen me play any other starting of this, like a, what? If you have, if you've seen me play any other beginning of the game, you already know what I'm going to change. We're going Festive Papa. Although, should I do Festive Mama now? Because I'm technically a mom? Because no, I'm gonna keep it to Papa. You know, that just feels more fitting for me. And then let's go take a cute little picture, you know, my staple in front of my little tent, you know. Let's get a little, where should I stand? Like right here, you know. Beautiful. Love it. And that should have given us 3 rewards. So, I think 300 for the picture. Yes, yes. I've done this so many times, I already know like how many you get for each one. Which is so sad. Edit credit is 300. And then I'm pretty sure the passport is 500 for some reason. Or the custom design. Yeah, here we go. 500. I feel like that shows that I've been on this game too many times. But we do have mail as well, so moving on. I will be doing Happy Home Paradise for this challenge, so I do have that on my Switch. And then they also gave us a DIY for a workbench. Lovely. I am going to place my little photo right out here. We're going to place that bad boy right here. Oh my gosh, she scared me. Why'd she run up on me like that? Let's talk to her. Oh, she's too focused now. She won't give us the DIY. Well, I will catch her later. Let's see if we can find Axel in the meantime, because he will give us our hat. And to me, that is the deciding factor of how this challenge will be going. Because I always get the Explorer hat. I don't know why. It's my least favorite out of all of the options, you know. Also, ignore me picking up sticks. I need those, okay. Where is he though? Hello, Axel? There's Tommy. Axel. The name Axel also reminds me, what is that show? It was like the family. Oh, there he is, hiding behind a tree like a creeper. Oh my gosh. Okay, which hat are we getting here? Wonk. I love his little catchphrase too. It's so cute. A plain cap. Let's go. Okay, I think that's the gray one, right? It kind of reminds me of like a military hat. Yeah. You know? Is it my favorite hat in the game? No. Is it better than the Explorer hat? Also, yes. So, yeah, and then we get points for talking to them. 300. And since I'm right next to the plaza, you know, let's go ahead and do the little Bolton guy real quick. I am going to draw a beautiful picture of an H for harvest because I'm too lazy to write out the whole word harvest. So, we're going with a fancy H. Look at that. Pristine, solid H. I feel like I have gotten better at the Bolton boards since in my streams I have like a redemption for me to draw on the board. Also, wait a minute. Look at that H. Are we kidding? That looks like a printed H. I'm actually kind of shocked. How did I do that so well? That's actually kind of amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, that should give us some more points too though. I think 300. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, that show, I don't remember what it's called. I might look it up in a second. But there's like Axel and then a sister and then a brother named Brick. What was the sister's name? Oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. Sue Heck. They were the Hecks. Anyone know what the show I'm talking about? It was a couple years ago, so I doubt that show is still on TV. Like, still actively being filmed, you know, so. Anyways, though, I'm going to go ahead and collect all of the weeds on the island. I'm also going to collect as many tree branches as I can find, all the fruits. I'm going to shake the trees to hopefully get stung by a wasp twice, because you get points if you get stung twice and pass out, which is a little rude, not going to lie. And then hopefully I'll also find the item in the tree for Shady Shakedown. So that's probably going to take me a while to get all of this stuff. So I shall see you shortly, because I don't think plucking weeds and shaking trees is very exciting. I also don't know what I would talk about during that time. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hello again. We have successfully grabbed all of the weeds. Hopefully, you know, there might be like one hiding behind a tree because it always does that. And then I got all of the cherries and I got stung twice. So my poor little eye is very puffy. And I got a bathtub from a tree apparently, because that makes sense. And I did talk to Renee again because she was just walking around doing nothing. So I did get the leaf umbrella, which is amazing. So, I mean, amazing, but like I probably will never use that. But, you know, I appreciate the free gift from a complete stranger. I think first things first, let's go ahead and take the little DIY workshop. Gonna craft a net and a fishing rod. That way I can get some critters for Blathers. Because, I mean, I think you have to do that in order to progress in the game. It also helps with nook miles. So, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone kind of deal. Both of those tools were crafted, so let's go talk to Timmy. I also did get 500 bells from trees, which is really nice. So, you know, free money. But I am going to sell some stuff before I buy anything, so let's do that. I want to sell you my stuff. I am actually going to upgrade the shop on this island. Sometimes I like to keep it small, but for this one, I just feel like it makes sense to have it upgraded a little bit more because it's going to be like a townish vibe. So we're gonna sell everything and not care about that. So sometimes I get nervous like selling stuff because you have like a sell and buy combination total of 200,000 bells. So sometimes I like to avoid them as much as possible, but on this island it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna upgrade anyways. And then while I'm standing here, let me go ahead and buy something as well. What are the two random items? A lawn chair and an outdoor generator. Yeah, not gonna get either of those, but I will buy the DIYs, the DIY for beginners and the DIY for the slingshot. And then I'm also gonna buy a slingshot because I'm too lazy to craft one right now. One more thing we can do in here, well, I guess two things. We also need to check the little donation box thingy. That doesn't give you miles though, but I will take the item inside of it, which I'm pretty sure is always a cardboard box. So we can test that theory in 1 second. But in here we get 50 free miles, which isn't like a lot right now, but you know, I'll take it because it's free. But if we do buy something from Nook Shopping, we do get some points as well. So anything that I want to buy here? Not in particular. Should I buy a little paisley bandana? Anything here I want? Not really, right? I don't think so. Sometimes they have the cute little bandage, but they don't have that today. I'm just gonna buy the paisley bandana because it kind of matches my outfit. Unfortunately, I do have to wait for it to be delivered in the mail in-game tomorrow, so I won't get it right now. But I do think it's much cuter than this current hat. And with that, we should have a bunch of miles to open up real quick. So have a nice DIY. We have 12 DIYs already. That's pretty good. And then for selling weeds, I sold a total of 430 weeds. Lord, that's a lot of weeds. I wonder how many come on an island, like in the very beginning. Has anyone counted that? And then I sold 42 cherries. And I bought something from Nook Shopping, so another 300. And then first time buyer of buying anything from Timmy, we get 300. And then selling anything, we get some more, 300. Oh, we're so close to 5,000 already. Taking the sting out, of course, another 300. We're only 250 away. Wait, no, 150. I think we got there. And then finding the tub, such a random item. We have 5,000 miles. Let's go. And I didn't even have to like fish or anything yet, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and pay these off real quick, which I think will be good at this point because we'll also get the Nook Miles Plus, you know, as well. And I think a lot of the beginning things that you do are in the Nook Mile Plus, like fishing and stuff. So like kind of like doubling your points a little bit, which is nice. So what is he talking about? I'm seeing like weird words in his dialogue that I wasn't paying attention to. Oh yeah, I think this is when we unlocked like the Nook shopping, the Nook Mile shop, you know, in the ABD. So if we have enough miles by the end of this episode, I might buy the pocket expansion and the tool ring because I'm very used to using the tool ring now. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade my house though. I think this time I'm gonna pick yellow, which I don't know if I've ever picked yellow before, but I think it will be cute for this island. I think I usually go for black or green, but you know, I'm feeling yellow today. They call me Mellow Yellow. That's what they call my house, fun fact. Who is they, you know? That's a secret between me and them. Nook Miles Plus, let's go. The Nook Miles Plus really helped me with the offline challenge because I would just do like a bunch of the ones that popped up at the top of the screen. And that really helped me like get a bunch of Nook Miles, so. And then moving fees paid, beautiful, 500. I think is the tool ring 800 or 500? I feel like it might be 800. And then, oh yeah, I think it's 800 and then I think the pocket upgrade is 5,000. Yeah, 800 and 5,000. Okay. And then a bunch of hairstyles and stuff. I don't think I need any of this. I do really like this bandana though. I might buy this bandana later on. I kind of like this shirt too. I wish they had like a fall sweater. I don't know why they don't give that to us. They have the socks. Also, I don't think I've ever bought any of these house items. This is really cute though. The little pendant little thingy. Also, I do really like the backpack as well. But I wish we had like a sweater. Like they have these, which are like the normal versions, right? And they have this long sleeve shirt, but I want like a sweater, you know, like a Nook sweater. And they don't give that to us, which I find very offensive. Also, I saw that taking a picture is one of our little thingies for the day. So I was thinking, no wait, I want to take a picture for the thumbnail of the video. So I've done this one before, which I think is really cute, where I like run across the screen. Not very original, but you know, like this. Cheese. Yeah, that's cute. And then maybe I've taken ones by the river too, like looking across the river. Let's see if we can do that. Behind the scenes of thumbnail making with Kaylee. Like this, and zoom in a little bit, and then look across. Dramatically. Wait for the cloud to move. Boom. Gorgeous. And now, we'll just wait and see which one is our thumbnail. It might be the opening picture too that we did earlier, so, you know. I can't tell you yet. Okay, but yeah, see, the bugs are in here, and then a sea bass. Well, that one's gonna be easy peasy, so. Oh, I also get a... Oh, for using my phone. Nice. See, look, I already have enough for the tool ring, so that's nice. I am gonna... Oh, see, I'm trying to use my tool ring right now, and it's obviously not working. I have seen quite a few bugs going around, which is a nice thing about starting in like fall. It's not the best time for bugs. I really think the best time to start if you're looking for like bugs is like specifically July. I feel like there's so many out and about, especially with like all the beetles and the cicadas and everything. Those things are like everywhere, but there are a bunch out right now. I feel like the worst time to start is the winter because you only have like the damselfly, the dung beetle, and the white butterfly in the beginning. But like now you have like a couple of like the long locusts and the grasshoppers, the rice grasshoppers, migratory locusts, all of that kind of stuff. And this little dragonfly, maybe, if I can catch it. There we go. But yeah, I'm going to spend some time catching some stuff. I'm going to try to catch 10 bugs and 10 fish. And then we can donate some of those to Tom Nook, which by the way, I think we already caught 5. Let's go. 300 more miles. But yeah, I'm going to work on this and I'll see you in a little bit. So you don't have to get like really bored by me just like struggling to catch fish and bugs. So I'll see you in a little bit. Also real quick, I just placed a bunch of items down. So we should get the exterior decorator. Beautiful. Look at that. More miles. And then I'm actually going to take all of these into my house as well and place those down. Because I think it's 15 items. If you place 15 items down, you get 2 rewards. So I'm going to try to do that without opening those little boxes. Hopefully I can do that. And I have no room in my pocket for that butterfly. So see you later, butterfly. I didn't count the items, but hopefully this works because I am indisposed right now. Moment of truth. Did we get to 15 items? I feel like we did. I stacked a lot of items. 22! Oh my gosh, that's a lot for that tiny house. And I didn't even have to open the little boxes, so that's perfect. Alright, I'm gonna get changed and continue my bug hunting and fish hunting journey. Mission accomplished. Let's go. I also caught a sea bass right now, so we get points for that. Yay! And then, wait, what? What? Why did my fishing rod break? I didn't miss any fish. I thought the fish didn't break. I thought the rod didn't break until 10. I literally did not even miss any fish. Also, I broke both tools, so, you know. Trashed tools. Where's the fish one? Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, look, 8. I didn't miss any fish. Why did my rod break at 8? Hello? See, look, this broke at 10. But this broke at 8. I am confusion. Am I done? My fishing rod did break, right? Yeah. What? I feel like I just got cheaped out of 2 fish. Anyways, doesn't matter. I have enough stuff to go donate to Tom, so let's do that right quick. I won't force you to listen to all that dialogue because I don't even want to listen to it. The museum plot has been acquired and I want to see if I can put it down on this little beach. Sometimes it fits, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how they decide if it fits or not because sometimes I have to put Abel's here instead of this one or the shop, so let us see. Yeah, I don't think this one's gonna fit for some reason. I don't know why they... yeah. I think if I put it over here, it's going to say, you can't put it next to the rocks. Yeah. No rocks allowed. What about right here? It's not too close to the water. Okay, I think there is room next to whose ever house is over there. I don't even remember. I think this is Axel and this is Renee. I don't know. Yeah, there's plenty of room right here. Okay, let's do like right here, I think. Yeah, perfect. Right here. There we go. Very nice. I also got some flowers, so I'm gonna just plant those on the little peninsula real quick. I don't remember what flowers they are. They're red though. I feel like I usually get roses, which probably one of my least favorite flowers. Yeah, no, that's my least favorite flower in the game. Oh, they're cosmos. Beautiful. Plant those bad boys down. Yeah, see, look, this is only 2 tiles. My other peninsula was bigger than that. I also went ahead and crafted a bunch of axes. So I'm going to get a head start on getting the materials for the shop. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get as much... Oh, this is a money rock. I'm going to try to get as much material as I can today. So when we time travel, Oh, I went really slowly on that one. Okay, well, need to speed it up, Kaylee. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to go and focus on this, and then I'll see you back here in a bit. I have done a lot of chopping, and it looks like we have all of the wood that we need for the shop, and then we have 21 extra hardwood, 14 extra wood, and 13 extra softwood. I also found an acorn. Cute. And I got my first balloon, and it's denim leggings, which apparently is socks, but I've always heard leggings as like, I don't know, pants? Oh, I don't know what these actually look like. Oh. I mean, why wouldn't those be pants, right? Like, leggings to me are like pants. Anyways, whatever. I also got 5 iron nuggets. I had 6 stones, but I had to use one for another axe. So I went through 3.5 axes, basically. And then I got 2 clay. And, you know, that's not too bad. Tomorrow we'll get, I think, 5 extra from our jock villager, who is Axel. And then we'll just have to grind the rest of the iron out. So I knew I wasn't going to get all the iron today, but I figured we might as well just get a head start on getting the shop built. With that, oh, let me look at the camera actually. With that, that's going to be the end of our first day on our Friendsgiving island. And if you want to join in on the challenge, make sure to join our Discord. You don't have to, you know, but it's really fun because a lot of people are working on the island and sharing their progress there. So if you want input or to help other people, you know, join the Discord. I'll have it linked down below. And I'm super excited to get working on this island, so very happy. Thank you for joining along on finding an island. I'm actually very surprised at how quickly we found an island. Well, yeah, when our next episode is ready... Wait, no, I don't have to say that anymore. This isn't a 30-day island challenge. Oh my gosh. Yeah, thanks for watching. And a big shout out to our members of the channel, including our highest level of membership, the Pigeon Legends, which right now are Trisha Cozy Crossing, Jojo Crosses, April Honey, and Witch Cozy Game Today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, but I appreciate everyone, you know, all the watchers and stuff. I will see all of you in the next episode for this challenge, and I can't wave yet. I have no reactions, so, you know, I'm just gonna dance for you. Dance, 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 dance. Bye, everyone. See you later.